Doug Thompson, we're here in the shop today, and I thought we would do a fun little project. This is a little Christmas trivet design that I'm working on for putting a hot pot on a counter. And my son Graham kind of came up with this idea of just drew it up squares. And I thought, oh, it'd be nice to make it into a little bit of a rounded shape. I'm going to show you how I do this on the Hossfeld. So we're here at the Hossfeld bender to make this Serpentine bend. I had to do a little bit of work to create a dedicated fixture that would hold a piece of pipe that was the same diameter as the Hossfeld pin, so that this diameter and this diameter are the same. And I've welded the pipe at a given distance so that when I do the bending, I'll have a very constant relationship between the inside band to inside band to inside band to inside band. So I have a plate, a 1/4 inch plate with a pipe welded to it. I have another plate coming in at a perpendicular relationship, clamped, so that I can go ahead and introduce the material and bend it. Now what I found is that I've had to use the rotary draw setup, but flip backwards. Normally it's flipped like this when you're doing draw bending. But for this particular operation, I'm almost wiping the material around the pin. So I've oriented the Hossfeld bending dog so I could kind of swipe it around. I also found out that I had to make a special little pin to go in this last hole and a wedge to yet even control it a little bit more. All right, let's make our first bend. Gonna have to get a little bit closer. There we go. Now I'm gonna have to take it off. Complete the bend if it moves a little bit. And I'm checking to see if that's 180. I probably could go just a little bit more. It's a little bit of a complicated setup. Okay, I think that's good. So this will overlap. I'll wedge it, make sure I'm good. And then I come around. What I really want to do now is I want to see if I can get this thing to bend in plane. A little bit more. I'm looking right along here just to eyeball that. I could measure it, but I think that's pretty close. So I'm going to swing it over. Pull out my wedge, my pin. And this is really in there. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and spin it around. Hook it onto here. Put this other pin in here. I don't want any flexion in this region here. Make the next bend. That actually feels a lot better. Material, so I can move it around pretty easily by hand. Take the wedge out. Flip it around. This pin. Now you may have to experiment with your own Hossfeld. I want to leave enough material where I could make a little snake head or something like that, a serpent head, or a simple scroll on the end. So that kind of completes the basic Serpentine element, but then it's a nice little trivet. And I'm a little bit out of plane, so I'm going to have to fix that. I'll go over to the vise and I'll go ahead and just do that by hand. Put the scroll wrench in there and just kind of straighten that out a little bit. That's better. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is make a convenience store. I'm going to give it just enough to where I can work that. Okay. I'll get that pretty hot.